What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Wes, back again with another video for the week. I want to apologize for not uploading anything to kick off football Mondays, as I had something going on and my head wasn't clear. But now I'm here, and now I'm back, baby. I'm here, and I'm ready to give you great content. This topic today is gonna cover my favorite position on the football field, is them DBs. First, I'm gonna give my top 5 cornerbacks that's in the NFL, and then later on I'm gonna give my top 5 safeties that's in the NFL. Be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your top 5 cornerbacks. Give me stats, and I can give you stats, and we can go from there. Let's dive into it, baby. My honorable mention that I have, this is gonna shock some people, but my honorable mention is Richard Sherman. This past season, he had 2 picks, 7 PBUs, and 25 solo tackles. Those are good. Excuse me. Those are good numbers coming from a guy that only played 9 games. I know for a fact if he would have played the entire season, his stats would have been way better. But that led him to be an honorable mention is because I'm not sure if he's gonna be the same premier shutdown corner as he was last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. I don't know, because as a DB, great feet makes a great DB. So coming off that Achilles injury, we don't know if he's gonna be the same shutdown corner. All we can say is let's wait and see. Now down to the nitty gritty. But before I get into that, I want to say each and the last one of these guys that I have on this list, including Richard Sherman, all these guys, they false step. And as a DB, you don't want any wasted steps. So by you false stepping, you're losing step, and you can get beat on any given route. You can get took up top on a 9 route, or you can get broke down on a comeback, or whatever it is. Whichever route that the receiver does and you false step, you can lose that battle because of that false step. But these guys, they have the world-class speed to make up for it, so they're good. Continue to do what you do. That's just my little critique of these guys. But my top 5, starting with number 5, I have Jalen Ramsey. This season he had 4 picks, 17 PBUs, 52 solo tackles, and he was selected to his first Pro Bowl, and he was an All-Pro selection. Those are good numbers, especially coming from a second-year guy. I like to see that in defensive backs. How did you do from your second year? I mean, from your first year to your second year. Did you grow? Did you stay the same, or did you decrease? And he improved his level of play. He improved his intensity. He talked the talk, and he gonna walk the walk. He gonna let you know he gonna lock you down, and he gonna lock you down. That's what I love seeing from him. He's ferocious. He bring that intensity to that defense, and he take away your number 1 receiver. Another thing that I have about my DBs is that what you do against the big guys, the big time guys, the marquee guys, what you do against the ABs, the Julios, the Hopkins, the AJ Greens of the world, what do you do against them? And I have some stats. Jalen Ramsey against AB torched him. AB ate him up. AB had 10 receptions for 157 yards. DeAndre Hopkins has 13 receptions for 48 yards. AJ Green had, we all know them two, they got into a little fight, and AJ Green was ejected out the game. But before he did get ejected, Ramsey had him on lock for 1 reception for 6 yards. So those are pretty good numbers going against the premier corners, and I mean the premier receivers in the league. Those are pretty good numbers. Besides getting torched by AB, and he didn't get a chance to play Julio yet. Those are good numbers from the top guys. So that's showing me when he plays the top guys, he'll take them out of the game. That's a good thing. My number 4 cornerback that I have is Marcus Peters. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler and All-Pro. This past season, he had 5 picks, 9 PBUs, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and 42 solo tackles. Those are damn good numbers, especially on the forced fumble end. 3 forced fumbles. Typically, you don't really see cornerbacks forcing fumbles like that, especially getting up there and getting them some face and stripping the ball. I remember one particular forced fumble he had. He returned it for a touchdown. I remember the play vividly when Chiefs played the Broncos and Jamal Charles got the ball. He hit the hole and Marcus Peters went up there for the tackle and he stripped the ball from Jamal Charles and took off running and scored the touchdown. That was impressive. That showed me a lot. That showed me a lot about him. That A, he in the weight room. B, he's a smart player. And C, he's a great athlete. That's great. He had 9 PBUs, so no fly zone. He had 5 picks. He's a very good corner. I like watching him too. Leading to my number 3 corner that I have, this guy, he's from the crib, baby. He's from the crib. Next year, I believe that he'll slide into that spot as number 2, as a number 2 or number 1 cornerback in the league. But Xavier Rhodes is my number 3 corner in the league. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler and All-Pro. This past season, he had 2 picks, 10 PBUs, 44 solo tackles. Leading back to Marcus Peters, I couldn't find any stats on him facing the top receivers in the league, but he's still a good corner. He's still a top 5 corner in my book. Now back to Xavier Rhodes. He had pretty good numbers. All roads are closed when this man is on your number 1 receiver. All roads is closed. When he played against AB, when he stuck AB that game, AB had 3 receptions for 28 yards, but AB ended the game with 5 receptions for 62 yards. When he played against AJ Green, he had 2 receptions for 30 yards. When he played against Julio Jones, he had 2 receptions for 24 yards, and against OBJ, he had 3 receptions for 23 yards. That's damn good. That's damn good. Besides AB, everybody else that I have on here that he went against the top guys had under 40 yards. Under 40 yards. He's a good press guy. He's a good man-on-man guy. He's physical. He like to get his hands on you at the line of scrimmage. He's patient as well. He let the receiver come to him, and then that's when he engaged, he strike, and do what he do. I love to see that from him. Like I said before, all roads are closed when he's sticking them. That's that Dade County talent. It's a lot of talent down here in Dade County, baby. My number 2 corner that I have, I recently started watching him. Started watching more and more of him, and I started watching a lot of film of him. And shout out to my friends that told me about him, Zay, VJ, Holloway. They told me about this guy, Casey Hayward. This guy, he's nice. I like to watch him. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler and All-Pro. This past season, he had 4 picks, 22 PBUs, 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, and 33 solo tackles. Those are damn good numbers, especially on the PBU end. What you do when that ball is in the air? He got 22 PBUs, literally no fly zone, baby. No fly zone. Another stat line that I researched, and I found out that this man, even though he didn't go against the top receivers this past season, but he did not allow 0 touchdowns on him. 0 touchdowns. That means he had a donut as far as touchdowns on him. 0. That's great, man. That's great. Another thing about him that when I watch him, he's very smart, instinctive. Keep his head inside, watching the quarterback, and then turn his head back to the receiver. That is great. He has great football awareness. He jump routes, and that stands off to me. The only critique that I have about him is that beat him up ball. Like he had a lot of he could have caught way more picks than 4, but Paul just beat him up pretty much. That's the only thing that I can say. As far as him being a top 5 corner, he's number 2 in my book. He's on the path. If he continue down this path, he's on the path for greatness. Now to the number 1 corner in the league, creme de la creme, cream of the crop. My guy, my main man, Pat P. That man, the best corner in the league, baby. He's a 7-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro. He should have been All-Pro this year, but he got snubbed. But that's neither here nor there. This season, he had 1 pick, 8 PBUs, 30 solo tackles, And when the ball was thrown his way, he only allowed 41.7% of his passes that was thrown his way to be caught, according to Pro Football Focus. That is a great stat line to have. That means when the ball is thrown your way, no fly zone, or it's being booked. Even though he only had one pick, that means quarterbacks know not to try this man. Don't try his side because he's locking it down. That's young prime right there, as I like to call him. He got Dion love him. He got 21 for a reason. 21 reasons. But against the top guys, against Julio, he had 4 receptions for 36 yards. And against AB, he had 3 receptions for 24 yards. That's a damn good stat line to have. Both of these guys did not have over 40, didn't even get to 40 yards. There's no fly zone with him. All flights are delayed with Patrick Peterson. He's the best cornerback in the NFL. Like I said before, drop your comments. Let me know your top 5 corners in the league. We can go back and forth. We can debate about this. I have no problem. This your boy Wes. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment.